Welcome back. There's a powerful new article. It's gone viral. The Lost Generation. It's about young white men failing to rise professionally. Now, Jacob Savage describes in the article how he had a career dead end before his film career in writing ever really took off. He wrote, "This was it. The moment of our careers were supposed to take off, we'd put in our time. I'd been tutoring SATs and reselling tickets to make ends meet while I wrote. And while 5 years seemed par for the course based on slightly older guys we knew who had already made it, it wasn't by 2016. We were already too late." The showrunner, the employer for writers in Hollywood, emailed us back and apologetically said, "I hadn't initially thought I might be able to bring you guys in, but in the end, it turns out this is not possible." They went ahead and met with the executive anyway, a Gen X white guy, who told us how much he loved our pilot, but the writer's room was small. He explained apologetically, and the higher level writers were already all white men, and they couldn't have an all white male room. Maybe if another show got a season, they'd bring us on. They never did. And Savage is right. Over time, you began to see these policies take shape in industry across industry in this nation. It reached a fever pitch, of course, although it didn't begin. It reached its peak during the riots of George Floyd. That's when Democrats literally took a knee. White men were the problem, then and now.
Our country should be more fearful of white men across our country, because they are actually causing most of the deaths within this country.
White men, something is broken. Something is cracked deep inside when so many of you believe the answer to fear, to loss, to change is violence.
Now an entire generation of young men are and have been paying the price. The author of that piece, Jacob Savage, joins me now. Jacob, thanks for being with us here today. Your article is everywhere. Everybody's reading it and sharing it. And it's built upon two fascinating things. One, your personal experience and the personal experience of others that you know across industries, academia, journalism, writing, television, and the stats, Jacob. You give us a lot of stats, not just the anecdotes of what have happened in all these industries. Yours, writing, is a great example. In 2011, 48% of jobs at the lower level were white men. By 2024, under 12%. So what do you think about this? Something that you say started in 2014.
I think we sort of just started noticing things change. I would say sort of about our cohort is we grew up in the 90s on race-blind, gender-blind idea of meritocracy, which is not to say that it was always perfect, but we thought when we graduated from college that generally the best person would get the job. And then very suddenly those rules shifted on us, and it became much more based upon identity in all these different fields. And I think sort of that gap between what our expectations were and what ended up happening fueled a lot of pretty weird stuff, honestly.
Well, and it made it almost impossible statistically for you to advance and for your friends to advance. In some case, even get the first job. I'm curious, and I think in the piece you describe yourself as or at least a lot of the people you describe as men of the left. So I'm curious how everyone feels today. I mean, to be openly discriminated against, proudly discriminated against, that's a pretty radicalizing experience.
Yeah, I think people have a sense that, even if they were or still are men of the left, there's less of a sort of hardcore belief, especially among white men of my cohort. They feel something much deeper has changed that is fundamentally illiberal, and having been subject to what happened, aren't as enthusiastic maybe as they once were.
I've read your piece, and I've seen a lot of the conversation around your piece. There is a guy who has been on this show, a guy named Jeremy Carl, and he appreciated your piece, but he had some criticism for you, and I just want to see your response to that. He said, it's a little bit like the story, while he lauded your piece, it's a little bit like the story of the frog who gives a ride to a scorpion across the river. Like, you flirted with this. If you're of the left, you flirted with this movement, with this identity, and now it stung you. Could you not see this coming? What's your response?
My response is that I don't think anyone, I don't think this is sort of based upon someone being of the left or the right. This happened in all these prestige industries, regardless of one's personal politics. I think it also happened, quite frankly, in other industries. These were just the industries that relentlessly cataloged it for everyone to see and made the statistical stuff much easier to find. I think in terms of whether or not people deserve to get what they got is almost beside the point at this point. I think going forward, ideally what we would all want is just a fair system for everyone in this country.
Yes, we're out of time, Jacob. It's worthy of a much longer conversation. Check out his piece at Compact Magazine. Thank you for writing it, Jacob, and thank you for being with us here today.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.